Welcome back to TechJimmi. Today we're talking about the undisputed heavyweight champion of box-shaped Japanese transports. That's right, the Honda Element. But not just any Honda Element, the all-wheel drive, 5-speed unicorn, my Honda Element. This is the motorized toaster of freedom. If Bigfoot rode a tactical bread box into battle, this would be it. Now let's get one thing straight. The K24 that's inside this thing is an immortal piece of machinery. It's a 4-cylinder monument to reliability that will outlast cockroaches, Twinkies, and most global empires. But for some reason, and I say this as a factory-trained Honda tech, the engineers in their infinite wisdom and hyper-efficient wisdom decided the best way to contain 200+ degrees of highly pressurized, flesh-melting coolant was plastic. Plastic and O-rings. Yeah, okay, fine, like that was gonna last. We're building high-tech machinery here, and we're using dollar store parts to put it together. Come on, man, I know we gotta save costs here and there, but this is not the type of radiator we need for a bug-out machine like the Element. So that plastic tank O-ring thing has gotta go. There's only so many heat cycles that plastic can take, and after 300,000+ miles on this car, it's given up the ghost. And honestly, it doesn't owe me anything with this amount of miles on it. But in the Florida sun, it's a little crazy to try to rely on a regular plastic tank radiator to hold back what we're gonna build for this car. Look at this absolute unit.
This stuff's so precious.
Would you look at it? Just look at it.
I mean, just get a look at that.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Cut the shit out of my finger. This is a fully weaponized masterpiece of TIG-welded aluminum. Just look at that. Look at those welds.
Just look at that.
That's a stack of dimes so pretty you could stabilize a whole world economy with it. This is a heat-exchanging fortress. All right, let's run through this like Terminator style. Step 1, drain the old coolant.
Why does it never come from one spot?
Step 2, rip out that piece of plastic disappointment. Step 3, install this freaking monster. Let's go. It's montage time. When you've been an ASE master tech as long as I have, you start to develop a sixth sense for when the aftermarket parts might fight you. But this drops perfectly in, like almost too perfect. It's how I wanted this video to go. But come here. Come here, let me show you something. See this little son of a gun? That bolt right down there, bottom of the support. That guy, radiator rests right on that. So I'm gonna cut that down with a Dremel and we will be back in business. If you're not real confident with your hands, maybe don't be working with spinny tools down near your condenser, because if you put a hole in it, you're gonna ruin your air conditioning and you're in for way more money than you planned on in the first place. Now, I just ground down the head of this enough to make it soft and give it some love as the radiator goes over, and that should give us enough clearance, Clarence, to get this Tyrannosaurus in there. Let's go. There's our failure right there. Right on the top. And you can see where it was leaking down and running all down the O-ring, so the plastic actually failed. Got to transfer over these rubber feet and the coolant sensor. That's you. That's the radiator she told you not to worry about. Come on, let's go. Dude, look at that. It's so chunky. It's a double. So there's 2 of these cores in there. Inside there, there's 2 of these. Oh, dude, and the tank is so much bigger. Look at this tiny little tank on the bottom. And you get this huge tank on the bottom of this one. Same thing on the top. You get this tiny tank. That big old snonker. Yes, sir. This is so much more of a chonker. I think I'm gonna take this hood release off. No way. Bro. It just dropped in there. It's really pretty too. I might just leave it and run the front of the car like this. What do you guys think? No? Yeah, I'd hate it too. That is sexy. How you doing? I'll leave a link in the description to where I got this radiator, right on Amazon. It was cheaper than buying it at AutoZone, and this one came with a radiator cap. The one at AutoZone didn't. You had to buy that separately. So technically, this gigantic, oversized, TIG-welded, aluminum, beautiful radiator is cheaper than the one you can get at AutoZone. I don't care about a lifetime warranty if I'm gonna have to use that lifetime warranty, but this one is gonna last. This'll outlast that car. A solid TIG-welded tank should never ever fail with proper coolant in it. Not ever, not ever. And that's another thing. This is the right coolant, stupid! This one! Put the blue stuff in Asian cars, that's what it's for. This is made to work with modern aluminum engines. If you go using the green stuff, the yellow stuff, my pappy says green is good for everything. Your pappy is stupid. I'll leave an Amazon link in the description to where you can get your own TIG-welded aluminum radiator for your Honda Element. It holds way more coolant, it cools more efficiently, it installs easily, and it's cheaper than an OEM. All right, calm down last week, me, because I'm the one that's been driving this car with this new radiator for a week, so I think I'm in a little bit better of a position to talk about it than you are. First of all, yeah, this radiator is awesome. It keeps the car right in operating temperature, the heat still works properly, I can sit in the sun in Florida with my AC on in the middle of the day, just let that thing crank and it never overheats, and it gives me constant cool air. So it was a definite upgrade. But we need to talk about a couple of things because it's not a bolt-in replacement.
I thought you said it bolted right in and it was really easy.
Yeah, it does bolt right in, but not without a little bit of fabrication. So let's talk about it first. The most important part is that bolt down at the bottom of the center support. If you just try to stick the radiator down there, it's not going to fit and it's going to kind of rock back and forth on that bolt. So you need to do something about it. I recommend leaving the center support in the car while you do the job, because that bolt will be where it's supposed to be and you can cut the tip of it off and grind it flush like I did. If you have that bolt out, you install the radiator and then you run the bolt down, you run the risk of driving that bolt straight through the side of your radiator. And if not, you're at least inducing a point of failure for the future. So just leave the center support, leave the bolt, and grind the head off of it with a Dremel, and it's gonna be a lot easier. That driver's side fan was a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm not kidding, it really was. The standoffs for the bolts for the fan aren't in exactly the right place. Will it go on? Yeah, but you'll have to mush the crap out of the fan. It fits, but you gotta push it, so be prepared for that. And lastly, this plastic cover doesn't fit because the radiator is so tall, it has a little bit of a baffle on the bottom to keep air from blowing up and over and getting dirt onto the engine. You're gonna have to cut that off. I just took Busy Buzz the Sawzall to it. I tried to clamp it to the bench, do it the right way, but I've just had it by the end of the job, and actually, I just did it this week. So I was tired of driving around without that on there, it bothered my OCD, and I wanted that part of my car back. So grab your Sawzall, cut off this piece of trash, you don't need it anymore. Grab your Amazon radiator, grab it from my link, please. I love it when you use my link. It is an Amazon link and I am an Amazon associate. So when you click it, I'll get a little kickback because you came there off of my channel. Whether you buy this radiator or whatever product I send you for, if you just do the Amazon shopping you were already gonna do anyway, that's the best way you can support my channel without having to spend any extra money. If you like what I do, if you found any of this helpful, if you have an element, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this radiator. Would you put it in your car? Element owners, would you put this radiator in your car? Let me know down in the comments. So if you want your K24 to stay cooler than a polar bear's asshole while you're banging through the gears, hit up my Amazon link. Please, use my link. Yeah, it's an associate link, and I'll get a little kickback because you came there off of my channel, whether you buy this radiator or not. And that helps keep me going and helps support everything that we do here. So if you like my content, please hit like, hit subscribe, click on my Amazon link, watch more videos, comment down in the comment section. You guys are absolutely feral down there. And it's a lot of fun. This community is growing together, and I appreciate and love you guys a lot. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. This radiator is stinking awesome. I love this. Let's go.